beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. This is the Dream Medium. So, for today's reading, I have a special guest for you. Her name is Miss Tarot Diva here on YouTube. Crystal, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Diva, and I am a newbie here to YouTube. God has graciously gifted me with a very strong intuition for which I began to use at the age of 5. I just want to say a special thanks to my good friend Dream for inviting me to collab with her tonight. I believe that God is going to use this mightily to give you the guidance that you seek as it relates to love. And I do hope that you enjoy. Thank you for having me, Dream.
You're welcome. So you guys, Diva is an incredible reader. She actually did one of my readings for me, and I'm very skeptical of, people doing my readings, but I allowed her to do my reading, and she was so spot on. You guys, like my mouth was open the whole time I was watching my reading. So I know that you guys are gonna love her. I know I have a few of my subscribers who were so kind and they started supporting her, and I got
Yes.
feedbacks. You guys loved her, so I'm definitely excited for this.
Thank you.
So this reading is going to be a twin flame reading, and the questions that we're going to be asking is, how is the divine masculine feeling? How is the divine feminine feeling? And lastly, how is the karmic feeling? So it's definitely going to be a sweet and juicy video that we're going to do for you. So we are going to do the first
Yay.
question. The first question is, how does the divine masculine feel? And I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle. And Diva and I are both going to answer these questions. So this is definitely going to be a very informative and insightful reading. How does the divine masculine feel? How does the divine masculine feel?
Sorry, guys. I know you're probably saying like, what the hell is Diva doing in the corner there? But space is very limited, so I'm trying to make it work. Okay.
Oh, wow. So the Emperor came out. Now I'm just going to clarify the Emperor card.
Oh, I got this one. That's the Three of Cups reverse and the Eight of Cups. So, Dream, you could go ahead. I'll just hold them up when it's my turn.
Awesome. So, how does the divine masculine feel? The Emperor card came out, and in clarity of the Emperor card, the Six of Swords. So, the Emperor is a very determined, you know, energy to have. What I'm seeing here is that the divine masculine is definitely ready to take action. I'm really seeing that the divine masculine has been strategizing on how he can come forward. Now, for a lot of you guys, the divine masculine has quite a past, and he understands that he has to, correct certain things in his past before coming forward to you. Now, there is a sense of cautiousness here with the divine masculine, but I'm also seeing it as him being sincere because he doesn't want to come forward unprepared and unready. So, right now, the divine masculine, he's definitely doing a lot of thinking. He's planning. He's strategizing. He's definitely thinking how he can come towards you in a straightforward manner where you will be able to take him seriously. So, in clarity of the Emperor card, the Six of Swords came out. Now, those are for my divine feminines, where you are definitely aware that a lot of work needs to be done in this connection. And I'm here to tell you that the divine masculine agrees. So the way, right now I feel like the divine masculine understands that when he does come forward, there needs to be a lot of confrontation. You see how this is the Six of Swords. Now, for those of you who are very familiar with my reading, this is what I always say with the Six of Swords. You see this man, woman, and child. They're in this boat going on their journey, and inside of their boat they have these six swords. And it's an interesting card because it's almost like, these three people are pretending as if these six swords are not in the boat. And so they're going about their journey, but what they don't realize is, the longer these six swords stay in the boat, sooner or later these six swords will cause damage and they will sink and they will drown. So what I'm hearing here is that with the Six of Swords, it's really just saying that the longer you ignore a problem, the worse it gets. And so definitely the divine masculine, he understands that a lot of work needs to be done. There needs to be, a very serious conversation between the divine masculine and the divine feminine on how they can move forward, how can they heal, what can they do differently, especially from the divine masculine's perspective. What can he do differently? How can he fix what he broke? How can he help heal his divine feminine? So a lot of work definitely needs to be done here. But what I love most of all about the energy that the divine masculine is carrying is this energy of sincerity. He doesn't want to come forward too quickly and then, just for another separation to happen. He's preparing himself, especially by clearing certain things from his past, people who are no good for him, people who had a negative influence on this connection. This is definitely a go-getter energy. So right now, the divine masculine is very, very determined, and he's very focused on how he can come to his, or go to his, divine feminine. So, Diva, what do you think? What cards did you get?
Okay, so here I have the Three of Cups reversed with the Eight of Cups, right? So these are both Cancer, Scorpio, Piscean energy. What I'm getting though is for those who are not with the divine masculine right now, he is feeling as if the connection between the two of you faded before things could really get solid. He wants to come towards you, and if he does follow through, I do see where this could honestly be, short-lived, because I do agree with what Dream says. He has work to do with himself. So it's not like he is going to get this right the first chance, unless you guys really sit down, discuss this, and say, we're going to formulate a plan to get past this. It's like he rushes in with the intent of wanting more from you. But when the excitement is lost on his end, he abandons the relationship, leaving you feeling wounded all over again. Um, I know this is about the divine masculine's energy, but I have to say what I'm seeing on both parts as well. Divine masculine is, from what I could see, he could be faced with abandonment issues, which could be the result of like a bad parent-child relationship, or it could stem from issues with failed relationships. But underneath it all, he has lost faith in love in a sense, and doesn't really trust partners. So this limits his level of commitment in a relationship. It's not that he doesn't want to. It's not that he doesn't love divine feminine. It's just that it's an inner conflict for him, because it goes against what he is being exposed to. For some of you, you could have experience. I'm getting that there were cancellations with like an engagement party or some wedding plans, and these were due to the karmic's involvement. And he is feeling really pissed off over some information that could have been shared by the karmic, either to yourself or to persons outside of the connection. And to be clear, it's like the karmic knew what their situation was, or he could have like told you that he left the situation completely and he wasn't bordering with her, and out of spite she made it known to you or to persons who could get that information to you that this was going on, resulting in a split between the two of you. So he's really pissed off about that. I believe that with the Eight of Cups here, he is going to walk away from the karmic, as dealing with it is too much for him because he knows where his heart is. But the risky part of this is that when things aren't things between the two of you, because of his abandonment issues, it's easy for him to return to the karmic, like, you know, because he fears being alone. So that's what I see on this end.
Wow. I definitely agree with you on that part where there's some, you know, past trauma, like some childhood trauma,
Hmm.
especially in twin flame connections like this, where I'm definitely seeing, especially from my Emperor card, um, there's this major realization that the divine masculine is having, and really, it's like a feeling of not only regret, but he's reflecting. The
Yeah.
masculine is reflecting right now, and he's having to confront certain fears of his that may have had a major impact on his love life, not just for this
Hmm.
connection with you, but on, you know, how he connects with people romantically. So I definitely agree with you on that one, Diva, about, you know, certain things from the divine masculine's past that he needs to confront and overcome
Yeah.
if he really wants to be the rightful partner.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now we're going to see, how does the divine feminine feel? How does the divine feminine feel? How does the divine feminine feel? Okay,
Okay.
so the four
I
of
have my
wands
first
came out.
card.
So
Yeah,
the
so I'm
four
gonna
of wands
clarify.
came. Yeah, the Four of Wands came out. So now I'm going to clarify the Four of Wands. Clarify the Four of Wands. Ooh, we got a reversal. Okay, so I rarely ever get reversals, so this is going to be very interesting. So the Four of Wands came out. In clarity of the Four of Wands, the Two of Swords came out. So how is the divine feminine feeling right now? With the Four of Wands, I'm really seeing that. Okay, so I'm hearing something about forgiveness. To my divine masculines who are watching, you know, if there was a heavy past between you and your divine feminine, and you know that, you know, you did certain things that you shouldn't have, and you made a lot of mistakes, um, you know, there's definitely a lot of regret and remorse on whoever, you know, made mistakes and didn't do what they were supposed to do. But really, what I'm seeing here with the divine feminine is that she is very much, you know, moving forward. She's, you know, she's forgiving. She's healing from certain things that happened between her and her divine masculine. I'm really hearing that the divine feminine just wants to move forward and just overcome any obstacles that is standing in between her and her divine masculine. um, for those of you who, you know, you have been watching me here on YouTube, I always say that with the Four of Wands, this is such a symbolic card, because if you'll see here, this man and woman, they're celebrating their wedding day. And you know, it is a celebration, but if you can see right here, they have these four wands right in front of them. And personally, as a tarot reader, I see these wands as like obstacles that they needed to overcome. And so, yes, while they are celebrating their marriage, their wedding day, it wasn't easy getting here. No relationship is going to be perfect 24/7. They too had obstacles to overcome, even though they're getting married. And so they're showing that while they are getting married, they had these obstacles, they had certain, they had blockage to overcome together. And so I'm really seeing that the divine feminine, she's not as focused on the mistakes that the divine masculine made. She's just she's really wanting to reconcile. That's the word that I keep on seeing on this Four of Wands card. She wants to reconcile. She wants to move forward from the past. And she's not as, as focused in on what the divine masculine should have done or could have done. There's definitely this energy of progression. Let's just move forward. If there were any mistakes that were made in the past, I forgive you. But there's more important things that that me and my divine masculine should be focused on right now, and it's not the past. So there's certainly an energy of progression with the divine feminine. So in clarity of the Four of Wands, the Two of Swords in reverse came out. You guys, I'm still so shocked that I got a reversal. This is really, really rare. So, if the if the Two of Swords, so this is the original position, right? The Two of Swords and upright. So if the Two of Swords would have came in the upright position, this represents indecision, lack of information that is causing an indecision. You can see this individual here, they're blindfolded. They have these two swords in their hands. So they don't know who to trust. They don't know what to believe. They even have this, there's a moon. There's a moon here in the background. So there's some things that they're unaware of, or some things that they feel is being hidden from them. So this is definitely a card that often represents indecision, but it came out in the reversal. So the divine feminine has definitely made up her mind. Especially this is for my divine feminines who tend to go back and forth between if they want to reunite with their divine masculine or move forward with another partner. Right now, especially the fact that the Two of Swords in reverse came out to clarify the Four of Wands. Like I said, she isn't conflicted. She isn't conflicted. A lot of divine feminines tend to be conflicted when they are still resentful, or when they're still remembering, certain things that happened between them and their masculines in the past. But like I said, with the Four of Wands, she is just wanting to move forward, and she has definitely made up her mind. So that is how the divine feminine is feeling. Diva, what do you think?
Okay, so on my side, I have here the Ten of Wands in the reverse, as well as the Justice card, right? Before I get into what my interpretation of these two cards is, I don't want you guys to get confused, because I do sense that Dream is picking up on a different energy of, divine feminines. I could be picking up on, the ones that are not yet there yet. So this is going to resonate to both sides. So you have two sides to choose from. Okay. We can't control what's coming out here. We're just giving you the energies that came out. So some of you are moving forward with your person. You're no longer feeling resentful, as Dream said. But in my with my two cards, I have here the Ten of Wands reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy, paired with the Justice card, Major Arcana, and the sign of Libra. This is letting me know that some of the divine feminines are finally in a better place, whereas the pain caused by their divine masculine is not affecting them as much as it used to. She is connecting with the people around her and making time for others, because there was a period where she was really burdened by what was happening, and this was causing her to withdraw. Now, with the Justice reverse, I do feel that divine feminine is feeling confident about who she is, and more so seeking the divine masculine to love her more deeply. However, I do get with this Justice card in reverse that she is, well, let me stop saying she, you as it applies. you could be repeating old patterns and not learning from the mistakes in failed relationships for those that resonate. For example, selecting the same type of partner in a different package, that sort of stuff. Also, it's important for you to not lose yourself in relationships and remember to keep your personal and romantic life balanced to avoid imbalance and chaos here with this justice card in reverse. I am getting that a small handful of you are still feeling slightly resentful despite your attempts to move on, because the infidelity by divine masculine really left you feeling a need for justice in this situation. And by justice, I mean like karmic justice, wanting to see him pay for how he treated you. But on the flip side, you tend to like offset that because you truly love him. And it's just human nature to want justice in a situation where we feel that we've been wrong. The lesson here for you though is that this is your opportunity to forgive and to work towards building the type of connection that you want with the divine masculine. Things are definitely going to change between the two of you with added effort on both parts. And another lesson here is that you teach people how to treat you. And if you're not treating yourself as if you're valuable by dealing with somebody who is not going to fully love and honor you, respect you, and be monogamous in the relationship, then that's the way you're always going to be treated until you break that cycle. All right, so that's what I got for the divine feminine.
Excellent advice. There definitely needs to be some self-reflection from both parties, especially for the twin flame connection that you are picking up on. So I'm glad that you were able to, pick up on my other divine feminines because everyone is at a different stage in their twin flame journeys.
Yeah.
So for my, for the twin flame journeys of the divine feminines where you are not at this part yet.
Yeah, the less evolved.
Yeah, but your time will definitely come. It's just that everyone's at their own, their own pace. So, the third question is, how does the karmic feel? So I know that my divine feminines are definitely, interested in knowing how the karmic feels, especially for those of you where you for those of you where you know for sure that your divine masculine was dealing with a third party. So I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. How does the karmic feel? How does the karmic feel?
Okay, I got a jumper.
You got a jumper.
Yeah.
How does the karmic feel?
We have the star card, huh? Let's see. Why is the star card here for the karmic?
Ten of Pentacles came out. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see.
Oh.
Wands.
I think our message is going to be similar with this one, because I have the star card in the upright and the Four of Cups in reversed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So this is definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is because, okay, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
This is weird. This is like weird in a good way, but it's weird.
It's weird. It's weird. And that's why I was kind of chuckling because like for me, the Ten of Pentacles, especially the fact that the Queen of Wands came out to clarify the Ten of Pentacles. So how does the karmic feel? The karmic is let's just say that there's a huge realization here, kind of like that.
You hit it. Sorry.
It's okay, Diva. There's a huge realization here, and the karmic is, as hard as this is for the karmic, they are admitting and they are accepting something that they've been trying to fight for a really, really long time. And that is the fact that there is potential, far more potential between the divine feminine with the divine masculine than her or him, the karmic, with the divine masculine. The reason why I use the word potential is because for a lot of my twin flames out there, right? The karmic has been trying extremely hard to make their connection work out with the divine masculine or with the divine feminine, whatever situation that you're in, because the karmic doesn't always have to be from the divine masculine. Some divine feminines could be dealing with the karmic, but to simply put it, there's this, like I'm saying, there's this major realization where the karmic is having to accept the fact that the divine masculine and the divine feminine simply belong together. And it doesn't matter how hard the karmic has been trying to make their connection work out with their person, whether they're with the divine masculine or the divine feminine. But it's like a defeat. It's a defeat that the karmic is having to accept. I'm, in clarity of the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands came out. So really what I'm seeing here with the Queen of Wands is that love that the karmic has for the divine masculine or the divine feminine, whichever partner has the karmic, okay? Just take it with your situation, apply it with your situation. But that love that the karmic has for her divine masculine, it's still there. It's like it's one of those things, and you know what, it makes sense because there are many forms of soulmates. You can have a karmic soulmate, and I really feel like for this type of twin flame, the energy that I'm picking up on, the love that the karmic has for the divine masculine will always be there. And so this realization, don't get me wrong, the karmic has always known this, but it's her ego and it's her passion for the divine masculine that has kept her so persistent to try to make this work. But the love is definitely there. Now I am seeing, let's just say with the Queen of Wands energy here from the karmic, she is disappointed. She is heartbroken, especially for my karmics who have invested a lot of their time in this connection. They are disappointed with the outcome, but it's like they know that they will always be there for the divine masculine in case anything happens between them and they're the feminine. So definitely still remember that the karmic is like, if that feminine can't do it right, can't do it right, I just want to make it clear to the divine masculine that, hey, you can come back to me, and it's really a feeling that the karmic just can't help. She will just always, the karmics will always have that love and patience, just too much patience, but they will always have that love and patience for the divine masculine. So Diva, what do you think?
Girl, I don't even know if I need to go through what I was about to say because these two cards literally tell the same story. Like with the star card here, Major Arcana, I don't know if some of you could have an Aquarius in the mix, but the karmic is definitely, to me, ready to let go of the situation. He or she is realizing that divine feminine or masculine love run deep for their twin flame. So they are now wanting to move on from it and heal from it, as I do sense that they were left really heartbroken in this entire situation. I do have to be honest. Dream, you did mention it, where she would always be open to him or
Right.
her, or
Mhm.
she would be open to their, divine feminine or masculine coming back. But I do see where divine feminine or masculine, however it applies, could be running back to this person when they sense that their safety net is slipping away from them. And
Mhm.
it's not that they love this person and they want to be there. It's
Mhm.
we still have to remember there's work that has to be done on both sides,
Mhm.
and this could signal fair. So if the karmic just ups and hardens her heart towards his or her heart, if they just up and harden their heart, then that means that divine masculine or feminine is going to have to find a new source.
Mm.
But they're not going to want to do that because this is what they've been feeding on, and this is what's necessary for the bond between divine feminine and masculine to get tighter.
Mhm.
Okay. um
Right.
I feel like both of them, divine masculine and the karmic, I'm getting masculine and karmic, that's why I'm saying that. Divine masculine and karmic has similar issues. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about the past, like I guess childhood trauma,
Mhm.
parent child type of issues. They both
Exactly.
have the same issues. So that's why it's easy for the two of them to relate in this. But
Wow.
here it is, we have divine feminine who, may not have like had that type of experience trying to love a broken man. It's
Mhm.
difficult for her because, she, even though the love is there and they can relate to each other, it's still something that make him go to the karmic,
Mhm.
right? But I do see where divine feminine um is beginning to the karmic is beginning to value herself. And for some, this karmic is going to do you a real favor because they are literally done. Some of them are not going to be facilitating divine masculine or feminine anymore because they understand their word. They also know that it's like beating a dead horse. They know that they love you, they know
Wow.
that, and they are refusing to stay in the situation anymore because they know that they're always going to lose. Like the temporary gratification they get with them being at their side, they know it's temporary. Like this reminds me of like that song by Kelly Price, As We Late. Like she
Yeah.
knew dude had to go home to his woman, you know? And it was just like that. It's like karmic is having a realization. And for a lot of you, I'm telling you, this person is going to do you a huge favor and walk away. So this is why it's important, like Dream said, for you two to work on the issues that you've been having, because you don't want karmic to move out of the way and he's not working on himself or she's not working on herself enough that they bring another karmic in the situation.
Right.
Okay?
Exactly.
So for
Exactly.
many of you, the karmic will be healing and leaving your person alone permanently.
Yeah.
That's what I get. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So
Careless with me.
I know this was an amazing reading. I'm so glad that me and Diva decided to collaborate. We will actually be doing a part 2, right, Diva?
Yes, we will. This is my first time, by the way, so I'm so excited. Well, I was nervous at first. Let me don't lie.
So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. I really hope that this reading brought some clarity, confirmation, or whatever it is that you needed for your twin flame journey. Um, so please do go ahead and check out Diva's channel. She is a tarot card reader here on YouTube. She's absolutely amazing and fabulous. You will love her.
Thank you.
She has many tarot card readings already posted on her channel. So please do go ahead and support her. I promise you will not be disappointed. And also, there will be a part 2 of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.